Deranged Airsoft here, Professor speaking, and we're giving you a quick review of our MSA, or kind of my new headset setup that I'm running that I got over this holiday season. A big focus being this piece that we'll get to by Toy Soldier in Hong Kong. So over Christmas I ended up getting this MSA headset, military spec, and I'm using it as with the 3.5mm jack, the NATO plugs. That way I can use it with basically any type of radio setup that I want to, instead of like some people use the different types and they need like the 6-pin. This makes it just easy to find different types of plugs for different radios. These are really comfortable. They're really nice. They're noise canceling, so any really loud noises actually get made quiet. Has the nice boom mic, which is like really stiff to bend and then set up so it stays in position. There are also directional speakers here on the side, so if you have a loud sound on this side or sounds coming from your right, you actually hear it more in your right ear, and then as you turn your head you hear it equally between the two. Really nice. Got a nice pad. They come with a nice bag, and you can get them in either the dual or the single. I just happened to get a really good deal on the dual plug and couldn't pass it up and ended up buying it. So really happy with it. Excited to get them out in the field and test them out. But before I could even use these really to use for my communication, I had to find a plug to go between this and my Baofeng UV5R radio that uses Kenwood style plugs. So the only option out there was real spec U94, until by chance I happened to find a place called Toy Soldier in Hong Kong, who many of you may know that they build like replica radios and stuff like that work with military headsets. But I hadn't found anything until of the U94s that were replicas until I saw this. Now this is how it came packaged to me. Basically what he does is he takes the Z Tactical U94s, which work with the Z-Tac headsets, and rewires them so that they amplify for the military. If you were to buy just a regular replica headset that was not made for amplification, when you hook this up and you transmit it through your radio, you'll be coming through on the other side really quiet, almost quiet to the point where they have to hold it to their ear to hear you. So you need like an amplification type of connector, or PTT. So this one, he said in emails, was that it would work with this headset, that it had been rewired, the amplification issue had been fixed, and you can even see on the package here it says amp in the corner. So, and it came open. You can tell he has taken the little packaging off, the staple marks are there, and then has probably opened this up and fixed that inside so that it amplifies the headset. It even says on it Z113 Kenwood, but it's a Z-Tac, and you can see right there Z-Tac on that label. So he's just taking a Z-Tactical headset and is rewiring it to work with military headsets, which for me is fine because it keeps the cost down for me, and I figure I'll be the guinea pig and try this out and see if it works. So I mean, overall build quality is really good. It doesn't have any of the nice markings that you would see like on the real ones and stuff like that, but overall build quality is fine. The pin clip here is pretty tight. Has a nice little rubber piece inside of here to kind of help grip, if you want to see that better. But it's definitely, I mean, it's a solid. It's not very weak, I would say. The push to talk gives you a nice click. Not super hard to push, so it may actually bump it if you're running through sticks and stuff like that, or with your arm. Solid lock on this side with the 3.5mm jack. And it locks together and it's in there tight. So it fits and works. And it gives you plenty of cord. Now the real ones, a lot of the real ones that I've seen all have like a coiled cord, whereas this one is straight. Also, if you look at the difference between the real one, like you can feel the difference. You can almost see the difference in the rubber. The Z Tactical one is much thinner than the real ones. This is also a lot more solid. This one's a lot less solid, and it's just easier to bend. So, you know, basically I'm going to hook it up and kind of wire it to my system to where I'm not going to be bending it much. But it gives you a long length. Measure this out. It's like 2 feet 9 inches that you're getting with length. So it pretty much could work on any setup. Me, it's going to be like on my lower right side of my rig and then run up my shoulder. And then also on this side, whatever side. Now, plugs you need. For me, I needed the Kenwood plugs. So this is a Kenwood connector. He also will rig them for like ICOM if you need it for an ICOM type setup. I don't remember seeing anything about Motorola. You'd have to contact them directly if you need a Motorola type of setup. But I think ICOM and Motorola are very similar. So for like the Baofeng UV5R, awesome little repeater and radio. All you do is just plug it right in into here, and then that's set up. And then you just plug in your headset right to this, and you're set to go. And when you push the PTT, now this, you can see the blue display. If I push the PTT, it's now transmitting. Release, and it's now back to whatever. And so with these headsets, I'll actually be able to hear what's on the radio at the same time hearing what's around me. And I could also take this second plug if I want to, and there's an adapter that you can buy. It's like $20, and I can run this side to like my iPod or a some type of MP3 player and be listening to music at the same time. So pretty cool setup. I probably won't be using this for music. It's probably just going to be wound up and tucked off somewhere. But so far this works. So I've tested this using this setup and someone with another room with a radio, and I came through fine. They could hear me on low settings, high settings, no matter what. I also unplugged it, then talked to them through just the regular mic speaker, and they didn't notice any difference between the two sounds. So for me, that's a positive test saying that this works and everything seems to be checking out right. Build quality, I'd say on this is definitely, you know, decent. It's a replica, right? So I'm not expecting it to be on par with military standards, but if you're looking for a cheaper option, this was $50 from Hong Kong. Shipped it really fast. Great communication with Toy Soldier. I'd recommend this for anyone that maybe wants to try it and save up some money for a real one in the future. But good review from us for it, and it really works well, and we'll get it out in the field and really see how it holds up under some real abuse. So thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Also like and subscribe to us here on YouTube, and we'll see you guys later.